Did your leaving have anything to do with James?
Suddenly Amish fans question if Emma and James secretly welcomed a baby. When Suddenly Amish premiered on January 13th, 2026, it arrived with a premise that immediately sparked curiosity, skepticism, and debate. Marketed as a reality experiment centered on reinvention, faith, and cultural immersion, the series invited viewers into a closed world rarely depicted without heavy dramatization. The show follows 6 individuals from outside the Amish faith, referred to as English in Amish terminology, who answered a public call to consider joining an Amish community in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. The goal, as stated within the series, is straightforward but significant. The community faces a shrinking gene pool due to interrelated families, and growth depends on welcoming converts willing to fully embrace Amish life. From the very first episodes, audiences questioned how much of what they were seeing reflected authentic Amish practices and how much was shaped by production needs. Those questions only intensified as the season progressed, culminating in one of the most talked about fan theories to emerge from the show so far: whether Emma and James, 2 central figures within the community, may have secretly welcomed a baby off camera. The rumor, while unconfirmed and unsupported by concrete evidence, spread quickly across online fan spaces, highlighting the unusual level of scrutiny Suddenly Amish has attracted, and the complex relationship between reality television, privacy, and viewer expectations. A series built on cultural reinvention. At its core, Suddenly Amish presents itself as a social experiment rather than a competition. Unlike many reality shows that rely on eliminations or dramatic confrontations, this series frames its narrative around internal struggle, discipline, and faith-based transformation. The 6 participants arrive with vastly different backgrounds, lifestyles, and personal histories. Some come from fast-paced urban environments. Others leave behind careers rooted in modern technology, fashion, or entertainment. Each must confront the reality of relinquishing conveniences most people take for granted: electricity, smartphones, modern clothing, unrestricted travel, and independent decision-making. The Amish community's role, meanwhile, is depicted as both welcoming and exacting. Elders emphasize that joining the church is not a symbolic gesture, but a lifelong commitment involving baptism, submission to ordinum, the set of community rules, and complete integration into communal life. This framing places the burden of adaptation squarely on the newcomers. As the series makes clear, the Amish are not changing for the participants. The participants must change for the Amish. Why Lancaster County matters. The show's setting plays a critical role in shaping both the narrative and the audience's expectations. Lancaster County is one of the most well-known Amish regions in the United States, often associated with tourism, traditional craftsmanship, and deeply conservative religious values. By choosing this location, the series invites comparisons with real Amish practices, comparisons viewers have been eager to make. Online discussions frequently dissect details such as clothing styles, language usage, community hierarchy, and gender roles, searching for signs of authenticity or exaggeration. This attention to detail also means that any deviation from expectations, real or perceived, quickly becomes fodder for speculation. It is within this context that rumors surrounding Emma and James gain traction. Emma's role within the community. Emma emerges early in the series as a key guide for the female participants. She is portrayed as knowledgeable, composed, and deeply familiar with Amish customs, particularly those related to dress and appearance. One of her most notable on-screen contributions involves helping the women transition visually into Amish life, a process fans have dubbed Amish make-unders. These moments, while seemingly cosmetic, are presented as symbolic of deeper surrender, the shedding of vanity, individuality, and self-expression in favor of humility and uniformity. Emma's calm authority and ease within the community position her as someone fully embedded in Amish culture. For many viewers, this made her personal life a point of intense interest. Was she born Amish? Had she always lived this way? What sacrifices had she made? The show offers limited answers, leaving room for interpretation and speculation. James, present yet shunned. James occupies a more complicated position. While clearly knowledgeable and supportive, the series reveals that he has been shunned by the community. Shunning, or meidang, is a serious consequence within Amish society, typically imposed for violations of church rules. Despite this, James continues to appear, offering guidance and emotional support to participants navigating the demanding transition. His continued presence raises questions about how strictly the community's rules are being enforced within the context of filming. This tension between religious discipline and production necessity adds another layer to viewers' skepticism about what is real and what is selectively portrayed. The emergence of romance rumors. Speculation about Emma and James did not begin with a single dramatic moment. Instead, it developed gradually. Built on subtle interactions viewers interpreted as familiarity, mutual respect, or quiet affection. Reality television audiences are conditioned to look for romantic subplots, even in formats where romance is not the stated focus. In Suddenly Amish, where emotional vulnerability and close-knit living arrangements are constant, viewers began reading between the lines. The fact that Emma and James are reportedly third cousins, a relationship that would not be considered inappropriate within Amish communities, only fueled the curiosity. For fans familiar with Amish norms, the possibility of a relationship seemed plausible rather than scandalous. The birth announcement that sparked a theory. The speculation escalated dramatically when fans conducting online research discovered a public birth announcement involving a couple with the same first names, Emma and James, living in a region not far from Lancaster County. Within hours, screenshots circulated across forums and social media platforms. The idea that the show might be concealing a marriage or newborn child captivated a segment of the fan base. The theory quickly evolved. Emma and James were secretly married. The show, filmed around the pregnancy producers, deliberately avoided addressing the baby to maintain narrative focus. While these claims lacked confirmation, they demonstrated how quickly conjecture can become perceived truth in online communities. Counter-arguments and reality checks. Just as rapidly, other fans pushed back against the theory. Several key points emerged that significantly weakened the rumor. Common names in Amish communities. Emma and James are among the most common names within Amish and Mennonite populations. Shared names alone are insufficient to establish identity. Geographic discrepancies. The birth announcement in question was linked to Erie County, not Lancaster County. While travel is possible, Amish families typically maintain strong geographic ties to their districts. Emma's social media presence. Some viewers noted that Emma's online activity appeared distinctly English, including modern clothing and lifestyle indicators inconsistent with full Amish immersion, particularly for someone caring for a newborn within the faith. Taken together, these details suggest coincidence rather than concealment. Why fans want the rumor to be true. The persistence of the secret baby theory reveals something important about audience psychology. Viewers are not merely consuming the show, they are emotionally investing in its world. For some, the idea of Emma and James starting a family represents a satisfying narrative arc, a hidden love story unfolding beneath the surface. For others, it symbolizes proof that the show's relationships extend beyond the camera, reinforcing authenticity. In an era when reality television is often criticized for manipulation, audiences are eager to believe in off-screen truths. Authenticity versus storytelling. Suddenly Amish exists at the intersection of documentary and entertainment. While it draws from real religious traditions, it is still shaped by production constraints, editing choices, and narrative priorities. The series does not claim to document every aspect of community life. Instead, it focuses on the participants' journeys, using community members like Emma and James as supporting figures rather than central subjects. This selective storytelling inevitably leaves gaps. Gaps viewers are quick to fill with theories. The ethics of privacy in reality TV. Another dimension to the speculation involves privacy. Even if Emma and James had welcomed a child, the decision not to feature that aspect of their lives would not necessarily indicate deception. Children are often kept off camera in reality programming, particularly in religious communities that value modesty and separation from media exposure. The assumption that all major life events must be televised reflects modern entertainment expectations, not necessarily the values of those being filmed. What the show has achieved, regardless, whether the rumor is true or not, its existence underscores the show's success. Suddenly Amish has accomplished something many reality series fail to do: provoke sustained discussion beyond episode recaps. Fans are researching, debating, and engaging with the material on a deeper level, questioning cultural representation, religious accuracy, and ethical boundaries. This level of engagement suggests the series has tapped into a genuine curiosity about alternative ways of life, even as it navigates the limitations of televised storytelling. The verdict on the secret baby theory: based on available information, there is no credible evidence that Emma and James secretly welcomed a baby. The theory appears rooted in coincidence, amplified by online speculation and narrative desire rather than verifiable facts. Still, the rumor serves as a case study in how reality television invites participation far beyond the screen, and how audiences increasingly view themselves as investigators rather than passive viewers. Final thoughts. Suddenly Amish may not answer every question viewers ask, but its ability to generate them is part of its appeal. In exploring faith, discipline, and transformation, the show inevitably exposes the tension between public storytelling and private lives. Emma and James remain intriguing figures, not because of what is known about them, but because of what remains unsaid. And in the world of reality television, mystery often proves more powerful than revelation. For now, the secret baby remains firmly in the realm of speculation, but the conversation it sparked is very real. Viewers can continue following the unfolding journeys, debates, and discoveries by